We are here today because we are riding on the strength, the vitality, the resilience, just the dare, the sheer audacity of hope from someone who is a co-founder. This dream would have died, but she said no. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to introduce to you and afterwards make welcome this enigma. She's a force of nature. She's an inspiration to us women, to a lot of young girls in the country, and I dare say around the world. She, every time, does this thinkation. Every time she does it, she breaks the glass ceiling over and over and over again. She's the co-founder of Protection Plus Services Limited. She also is the co-founder of Thinkation, and she's done a lot. I said I was not going to read her profile because I know that we all have the book. You know, in spite of personal tragedy, you know, losing her purpose partner of 18 years in 2020, this amazing woman remains resolute, and she's committed to their joint mission to drive positive change. Her remarkable resilience and compassion continues to inspire all of us, solidifying her legacy as a true leader, as a champion of hope. She also founded the Save Our Women and Girls Foundation, which is a platform she uses to tirelessly advocate for empowerment and the rights of women and girls, you know, creating lasting impact in their lives. She also is a certified marriage mentor and relationship coach. She's a grief and loss counselor. She's a lot more. Please be on your feet as we celebrate and welcome for the opening address this amazing force of nature. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ambassador Dr. Unyime Ivy King. Don't stop clapping until she gets here. Don't stop clapping until she gets here. Thank you, ma.
Wow. Please sit down. Good morning, everyone. I'm overwhelmed. I'm really, really excited this morning. Don't mind me, even if I'm not dancing right now, but in my heart, I'm dancing. And there's something we say in my place. I'll do a literal translation. My heart is red. It's that, meaning that I'm very, very happy and excited. Thank you, Abiokuta. And before I go into the things that I want to say, when I shout Thinkation 2025, everybody will echo back with the real deal. Thinkation 2025. Is that all you've got, Abiokuta? We can't come all this way now for this small energy. Thinkation 2025. I thought by now somebody would have carried a chair up. Thinkation 2025. Yeah. Thank you very much for showing up to honor us. I want to say a huge thank you to all my speakers. They're on ground. And I have some of them in the room and the panelists. I honor you. I appreciate you. At the appropriate time, they'll be properly introduced to you, and you get to meet them and know the phenomenal things that they are doing in the space. Because like I always say, it's not enough for us to keep complaining that Nigeria is not working when we are not doing anything about it. There are some of us that have decided that we'll not just sit back and complain. In whatever little way we can, we'll do what we can to ensure that our space is better and the people that meet with us are impacted. So after today, I believe that we'll not have people complaining anymore. Instead, we'll have people who are ready to take action to ensure that things move as they should. And I also want to acknowledge I didn't come alone. I came with my mom. She has been a strong pillar of support for me. And please, I would love her to stand up and give her an Abiokuta welcome. Yeah. I honor you. And my team at the Ubong King Foundation, I keep saying one thing, that one tree cannot make a forest. So I wouldn't have been able to do this alone without the phenomenal people that are backing me up, holding my hands up day after day, month after month, years after year. I acknowledge the team, and there's a strong team of volunteers, both in Abeokuta and in Lagos. And the Lagos team, I think some of them arrived this morning. I want to acknowledge all of you, wherever you are in the room, doing what you do. God bless you. I also have he's my brother, my cousin-in-law, and he's also my consultant. You know, after Ubong King passed, I was watching his videos, and I didn't want to get emotional this morning, because I have learned in life, and it's something that I've imbibed, that I will not, you know, allow anything that I don't have control over to break me down. And that has been my mantra, which has kept me going, in spite of all the challenges that kept coming at me. So I want to acknowledge him. Pastor John Ekpike is in the room. He came all the way from Lagos. And I have a team from Protection Plus Services Limited. Protection Plus Services Limited is a maritime security and logistics company, and has been a major sponsor of Thinkation year after year. I have some staff representative in the room, but I think I can immediately see Hamza there. Please, let's give them a round of applause. And the panelists, I don't know how many panelists are in the room. I acknowledge you as well. And okay, let me just mention, I have Khadijat in the room. Please, just because she came really early. And with Dayo. Yeah. You get to meet all of them. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Thank you, Abeokuta. Thank you for showing up to honor us.
The word Thinkation, a poetic combination of two words.
Now, this wasn't part of my speech. What we had thought initially was that we're going to come to Abeokuta because Dr. King, in his lifetime, wanted to take Thinkation round different states beyond Nigeria. We're talking to some people to even go to South Africa. And what happened, and he passed in 2020. So when we looked at the brand, we said, okay, let's retweak, let's do one or two things to change the way the brand has always been. And we're thinking of canceling the event for this year, because we really didn't have the budget for it and all of that. To show you how unprepared we were, it was, I think, in December that we actually seriously started, and we didn't even reach out. We didn't really have sponsors to do this. So we're thinking, okay, let's just come to Abeokuta. I've come here with Dr. King in his lifetime for a hangout session with him. And we said, okay, he has a strong force here. And I'm going to mention one young man, Bolaji. I don't know where Bolaji is in the room. Bolaji is a force to reckon with. Bolaji is not just a volunteer. Bolaji is a son. And he has shown one thing that Ubong King always said, that loyalty is unto death. In Ubong King's absence, Bolaji has remained a force. And he's a force behind the Abeokuta Thinkation, because he has helped us to do a lot of mobilizations and all of that. At the right time, we'll bring him upstage. When we were having Thinkation in Lagos, he will mobilize people in buses and move them to Lagos. And he was always winning the prize for the person who does the most mobilizations. So really, it's not even about location. It's about the mind. It's about your mentality. Wherever you are, you can make that place a heaven of impact, you know, and that's what I want us to leave this room with today. So you meet our speakers. I'm not really here to speak. And it was Albert Einstein who said that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. And critical thinking is the key to unlocking our potential. It transforms information into knowledge and empowers us to navigate a complex world. That's an unknown author. Welcome to the highly anticipated Rock City edition of Thinkation 2025. As we gather for the 8th edition of this flagship event from the auspices of the Ubong King Foundation, we are here to celebrate a legacy that continues to inspire this generation and will inspire generations to come. This year's theme, The Real Deal, encapsulates the essence of what Thinkation stands for. You know, people have pronounced Thinkation in different ways. I've heard Think Nation, I think I've heard Thinkination, I've heard all sorts, Thinkathon, but it's a creative measure of thinking and education, Thinkation. And This theme for this year stands for merging creative thinking with education to foster transformative change in our communities. Thinkation is not just an event. I'm sure by now you will know that it's a movement. There are men that have died a year or two after, nobody remembers them. But because of the kind of person Ubong King was, he was genuine, he was authentic. And that is why his memories will continue to live on. And the legacy that we had started together would continue to live on. And through Ubong King, so many things have happened, so many ideas have been birthed, so many people have found direction in life because he wasn't selfish. He was somebody who gave of himself. And though he may not be here on this earthly plane anymore, his powerful and purpose-driven legacy continues to resonate loudly, even 4 years after. Today, we gather not just to remember the profound impact he made on budding and established entrepreneurs alike. Indeed, Ubong King lives on. At Thinkation, we recognize that the potential within Africa. Africa is a rich continent, and we recognize this potential. It's a continent that is enriched with natural resources, yet we are constrained by a dependency mindset. Let's shift gears, and that's what we are here to do today. We want to shift gears. So let's shift gears and harness our collective intelligence to shape a prosperous future. This is of critical importance. Now, let's look at these statistics. Nigeria, with a staggering population of approximately 232.7 million, stands as the 6th most populous country in the world. That is the statistics that I found out. We are the 6th most populous country in the world. We've accounted for 2.85% of the global population. Its population grows at a rate of 2.10% annually. We find ourselves at crossroads with both opportunities and challenges. In an economy, in a population that continues to grow, the opportunities and there are also challenges that it comes with. This growth rate isn't just a statistic. It has profound economic implications. A larger population can mean a more extensive workforce, fueling potential economic growth. However, if this growth isn't managed effectively, it can lead to dire consequences, and we could have challenges like overwhelming pressure on our resources, like healthcare, education, and our infrastructure. This could lead to a high dependency ratio. According to statistics from the World Bank, Nigeria's age dependency ratio is 78.8%. This means that for every 100 working class people between the ages of 15 to 64 years old, there are almost 79 people who are either too young, under 15, or too old, over 64, to work. In other words, the working age population has to support a large number of dependents, which can lead to financial stress on working individuals. It can also lead to an increased burden on the economy. It can also lead to potential political instability. To put this into perspective, the global average is 58.4%, which means Nigeria's ratio is significantly higher. So think about these numbers. This suggests that Nigeria's working age population faces a greater challenge in supporting the dependent population. You can go on and read. If you have the program, this speech is there. So why does critical thinking matter? Critical thinking is very important. There are a lot of people that have gone to school, they just pass through school, and school doesn't pass through them. They do not know how to think critically, and it's a key thing. You need to know how to think your way out of problems. There are people that immediately they're in a fix, they're in a dilemma. The first thing they're thinking of is to go into something illegitimate. If you think hard enough, you can always think your way out of problem. And really, it's not about what we do not have. It's about what we have that we cannot harness. If you can harness what you have and use that to grow to the next level, there's just so much that we can do. So Critical thinking is very important because it helps to navigate complex information. It helps to enhance problem-solving skills. It helps us to cultivate emotional intelligence. It helps us to prepare for an ever-changing world and stay adaptable and embrace a growth mindset. The real deal. What's the real deal? In today's intricate and interconnected world, critical thinking is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity for success. By embedding critical thinking into education, we can empower our young people to make informed decisions, solve complex problems, navigate uncertainty, and thrive in the midst of change, because the world is constantly evolving, always changing. If you do not adapt to change, you will be a dinosaur. You'll be left behind. So I said something to the team yesterday, the volunteer team, when we had a meeting yesterday. I said that there are people who are in their 70s because they still engage their thinking faculty. They are still young. It's not really about the age. And we have people who may be 20, 18, who are already old because of the mindset. So it's very important for us to be able to engage our thinking faculty, and this is the thrust of Thinkation year after year. We are thrilled to welcome a lineup of exceptional thought leaders across various fields. You listen to them, each one a prolific speaker. We have entrepreneurs, we have coaches, we have mentors. They will share invaluable insights and experiences which will help to guide participants to shift their mindsets from dwelling on problems to discovering innovative solutions. And these leaders will illuminate the path to success in life and business with principles that have proven effective in their own personal journeys. And I'll pause here to say that we don't bring people to the Thinkation platform to tell stories or theories. We bring people who have proven over and over again these principles that are coming to stand here to teach. And we are particular about the integrity of the people that we bring. Because if a young person is following a mentor who is funny, who is shady, in time it will filter down. We want to raise a new generation of Nigerians who have integrity, who will think their way legitimately into innovative solutions. So we are particular about the speakers that we bring up here. So by making our critical thinking a priority, we equip our youth with the essential skills, with the knowledge and the mindset that they need to flourish in the 21st century, in the 21st century's dynamic landscape. Together, let's pave the way for a brighter future. Stay tuned as we embark on this incredible journey. Let's create a legacy of success for African communities, one mind at a time, one family at a time, one person at a time. On behalf of the Legacy Organizing Committee of Thinkation 2025 and my humble self, I want to say a huge thank you, and the thank you is in all caps, and thank you for honoring our invitation. Together, we are keeping the spirit of Ubong King alive and thriving. Remember, as I step down from this place, that Thinkation will always continue because Ubong King lives on. God bless all of you.